Yo, what's up, boys and girls? Hello, Steph. Of course, there is a delay, so please remember about that. I will check the chat and try to reply as soon as possible. Just like now. uh, in advance, sorry for my voice, but today is like 27 degrees outside. I took some kind of advantage of the weather. Went for a walk, give some oxygen to my brain, into my brain, and basically I just slept like for 2 hours. So yeah, it will be fun. So today we have game, another ranked game. Basically, we are in the middle of the season right now. Couple of new things. You probably, if you follow Discord, you already know about the application for administrators and the new league panel that is online already, and you can basically do all the organizational stuff related with the games in accordance to the, well, your preference. Freely, everything is approved by administration, so you will be always in the information loop. So yeah, I think you know that. If you're on the Discord, you know already about that. And yeah, we have today Carpo LMG. Why they ping? We don't know. Yes, so R.A.G.E versus Vanguard. We already know both of the teams. Vanguard from the preseason, from the technical preseason. We know them. They are evolving through each of the games they are playing. Previously, during the one of the games, probably that was ranked as far as I remember. We were witnessed as they are playing more aggressive. They are playing more aggressive. They are not afraid anymore. So there is a huge, let's say. Wait, why you? Yeah, why you write LGC? It's Vanguard playing. Did they mess something? No, did they mess something? No. Second game is tomorrow. Vanguard versus LGC. Today is Vanguard versus Rage. Yes, and I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, 10 seconds left. Everything is set up. So now we just need to wait and see how the boys will cook in this game. And they go. We have full players, 12 versus 12. Maybe before the opening, we will check the players list. From Vanguard, we can see that the core of the players is basically the same. Simba, Person, and Dode Capoeira. Ojciec Maciu, PLG. There are a couple of new names I don't know, but sorry. I've seen them at least once in the game. From the R.A.G.E team, well, no surprises. Dr. Medrasen TV, Ampax, Zortex, Zender, Smoker, Oxtas, Latin Andy, Beastie, Flixus, Banksy, One Tap, and Bok. So we can say that these are the same players. And there is a new thing that I was testing previously, thanks to the mod by Zarichne for the Game Masters and the streaming purposes. So if there will be occasion for that, we will definitely check it and we will definitely see how it works in game, in live. And what happened here? Okay, boys decided to aggressively park next to the tree. And yeah, as you can see, the range. Ooh, whoa. We already have first contact. So maybe even though Simba died, he was a useful element of this because now they know where they are coming from. And as for the let me check if it works. We go here, then we press Ctrl F. Wait, do I have to be closer? No. Yep. And now we press this, and we can see the point of view. Now we can see the point of view. This is a little bit more... Wait, it was under this key. Yeah, because now we can see where the player is aiming also with the laser, and we can see the bullet's trajectory of the player. So we can check what is he aiming at, and we can check the bullet spread of the player. Very useful, and there is a possibility to jump between the players in the team, in a squad. So thank you, Zarichne, for that. It works great. I hope there will be more, that this mod will evolve. Definitely it will evolve, and I hope so. So thank you for your hard work with that. So maybe let's now just focus on the game and see what's going on right now, because we can see R.A.G.E is getting next to the... They're capturing, probably. They're fighting for the capture, because PLG and Voxilos are now probably at the same stage as Medrasen and Oxtas. So there's a small cap. Let's call it argument between them. Sorry if I will mumble a little bit, if I will mix up some kinds of the words and all the stuff, but it is what it is. This day is crazy. Was, because it's going to the end, to an end. It's coming to the end of the day. Yeah, we can see Vox probably found someone. Yeah, he killed Banksy. Oh, okay, never mind. We wanted to see his perspective, but couldn't make it. So yeah, we can definitely say that R.A.G.E is now capturing the point. They are definitely in advantage for Zarichne. Just be okay. Unfortunately, I don't have rage emotes. Siemanko Ginu. Siema. Się tam odpisuje. So yeah, it's just a matter of seconds till R.A.G.E will capture Zarichne. And we will see what happens next, because we can see that Copperson probably is trying to sneak out with the radio, but Flixus definitely know about him. Can we jump on Flixus? Okay, it's a little bit stucky. I don't know why. Can I spectate? Nope, I can't. But we can see that there is a lot of action happening next to the commanding tent at Zarichne. So let's check what is Vanguard doing at the first control point. Of course, there is a timer on the left side of the screen at the panel. Yeah, we can call it a panel, I think. 83 minutes till end of the first round. And there was a small change for people that actually play in the league. I changed during the business days, out of the weekends. Let's call it out of the weekends. I know it's not correct in English, but you know what I mean. The timer per round will be set up for 5 days, because for the log purposes, so I won't have to dig through the all the lines of the automatic restarts after the time will end. So okay, who's the closest one? Ampax. Let's check this guy. Wait, why it's not working? Okay, now it's working. Let's see what this boy will cook. And let's check how this mod works in live. Ay, 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 ay. Willy. Took Ampax down. Smoker. Also down and one tap. One tap, as the name suggests. That was the one tap. He is next to the radio. He knows about the radio. Of course you can destroy it. You don't have to turn it down. 4 or 5 bullets to the backpack and you can easily destroy it. So at the moment we can see that R.A.G.E is setting up the defensive positions. Probably as you remember from the previous games they did, from the friendly games, from the ranked games. They are playing in 2 sections. One section is defending, one section is attacking, and it's not very complicated to be honest, but very effective. They are split in 6, so one team 6 by 6, one defending, one attacking, and to be honest it works perfectly every time. And I have to say that boys are communicated very well. Siema kaczy. Siemka kaczy, and let's check how the situation will go. How the situation will go. So they lost the supplies. Yeah, they lost most of the supplies in the truck. And look at the... Ooh, wow, wow. We can hear ACRD. Ampax also killed, but I think, yeah, Dr. Medrasen will definitely get up. Remember that after small change before the season 2, I think it was before the season 2, we resigned from the Ace Medical mode to add a little bit of more flow to the game, so the players now can, just like you can see, Rasen just get up. There is no resilience debuff, so there is no need to wait for your friends to pick you up, patch you up with the med pack. You just need to wait a little bit and you will get up instantly. It's basically the system from the vanilla. It's basically system from the vanilla version of the game. So they're fighting for Zarichne. They didn't decide it yet. Probably they didn't decide it yet to push forward towards the last point of Vanguard. So we will probably have to wait a little bit more. We'll have to wait probably a little bit more. There will be... Oof! Nice one. Nice one. But Flixus will... Yeah, he will get up. He will definitely get up. Without problem. And R.A.G.E is now... Well, he's listening. He's waiting. He's listening. Oh, and from the news I just received, like a couple of minutes ago before the game, just confirmed that Rubber Band Rangers will also take part in our league. They are very interested. They are internally discussing the rest because they need to, gather the teams, check the players who will be interested. And we are also waiting for confirmation from Spearhead because they are players of ultra hardcore format, but maybe we will get them interested in this. Also waiting for the old guys response. So boys, if you can hear this or if you will watch it someday, I hope you will let us know and we will see you in the roster. Okay, oh. His helmet fell off. So, yeah, we can see that Dr. Medrasen is leading the section for attacking the point, so we can expect them to move towards the old house very, very soon. Yeah, he will get up, but he will need to spend a lot, like 2 minutes for patching himself up. Let's check what's going on in the middle, because we can see that Beast just... Ooh! Nicely done by Simba. Nicely done by Simba. So let's check if my theory about the sections is correct. You can see two players. Ooh, there was some kind of misunderstanding probably. Latin and the name tag didn't load. So he acted aggressively before the name loaded in. Xander decided to make it quiet. I checked that, and basically if you are destroying some kind of fences, some kind of smaller woods, and you hear that, you know, that big bang when you are driving through this, it can be heard in about 150, 170 meters, so definitely they could hear that. I think Oishis is already aware about that. What is this gun? Mini barrel. Okay. Let's quickly check the action on the middle. I think the rocket didn't explode. So yeah, we can see that Simba and Dodde, Voxel and Gilchi are trying to get a little bit closer, but the problem is that constantly 5 or at least 5 players are defending the point. I think that there was some kind of retaliation from Latin Andy. Doubtful, but still. Yeah, Xander is preparing the offensive next to the command truck. Oh, that's a very expensive building to do. Usually players just put on the small vehicle depot to move the supplies from command truck. But maybe let's focus on the middle, because there's constantly some kind of action. I have to say that gameplay of Vanguard changed. They evolved in some kind of team that also knows how to play aggressively and knows how to defend. And I will have to admit that Vanguard is a team that basically they were building everything from scratch. The whole cooperation thing between the players is something that they had to learn because they didn't know each other mostly probably, and didn't play some kind of more demanding formats like, you know, the strictly PvP, for example 12 versus 12. So they had to learn each other, and I have to say that they are doing good. Definitely that's the totally different team that we could see at December games, sorry, December games. Ooh. One tap just finished everyone here. Look at me and Voxilo. He is probably looking for the radio outpost. Okay, maybe this time it worked. Yes, he's aiming down the side. I know that Chick is still working on that aspect, and I hope he will make it. But still, this tool is giving us, well, the better view of the situation from the player perspective. We can see what actually players can see from their perspective, and also for the administration, it is very, 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 very useful because we can see what players are actually doing. This is also for the verification of the players. That is really good tool in my opinion, and I hope it will evolve way, way, way further than we expect. Yeah, so we can see the R.A.G.E boys are now spawning from the command track. They have extended range of the radio signal. And if you are up to date with the announcements, there was a change a couple of weeks, probably ago already, 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. When you deploy the command track, your radio signal gets extended and you can basically put the radio next to the main operating base. For example, of course, getting to the main operating base is forbidden, but this is way far behind the regular radio signal from the Zarichne, for example, here or here, right? Because they don't have this point. So when you put down the radio, for example, in these trees, in this small bushy thing, and they destroy the command track, your radio backpack, your outpost will be automatically destroyed. You won't have access to it anymore. So yeah, we managed to fix that. We managed to fix the most annoying glitch and bug known from vanilla servers, from the vanilla mode. I think that was lucky a little bit, but still, Ojciec. Yeah, he's not aware of the... Will he make it? No, I don't think he will make it. And for Season 3, I think we will step up a little bit with difficulty of the game. So we will go a little bit towards the... Maybe not some kind of ultra hardcore system, but more difficult one. Oh, Steph, thank you for sub. Steph, my boy. Steph, my boy, thank you for subscription. Bok is now... Oh, he's angry. He could hear probably why much reloading, but... Yep, exactly. So we can see small offensive from R.A.G.E. I think they want to feel the enemy and test the possibility. I mean, test the abilities of the players of the enemy, and they will probably try to find some kind of loophole. But for now, they definitely decided to defend the point. Meanwhile, small team is... Yes, that's what I was saying about the radio outpost. Now they have full access from behind. Whatever it sounds like, you know what I mean? They have full access from the behind the enemy lines, and only Capoeira is now defending the point. So that's not an easy task because there is like 2, 3, 4, 5 players coming up for the last point. So let's check, because now definitely they are capturing now the point. Okay, they are not, sorry. Oxtas doesn't count in at that capture zone. And Smoker unfortunately taken down. Only Medrasen now is trying to stay with it. And Capoeira should be a little bit aware of the Oxtas situation. Yeah, Oxtas probably will be dead in a second. And Banksy is waiting. He was waiting carefully for the past a little bit, about a minute, waiting for the situation to how it will evolve in this at this point. Yeah, Capoeira man just taken down. He will get up. He will get up, but definitely he won't have an easy task to patch himself up because Flixus, okay, he decided to spawn back and redeploy. Decided to redeploy. But yeah, enemy, the Vanguard team is now closed, basically in the tent. They don't have any additional, let's call it random spawn point. So they have to rely on the commanding tent. But I have to plug in my mouse because it just ran down the power. So Ojciec is coming up. I think Vanguard got some kind of backup radio outpost behind the point and they are preparing for defending that. Let's check what's going on in the middle. Yeah, R.A.G.E just occupied all the necessary buildings, all the best buildings they can to keep this point in possession, so it's not an easy. I think that the best option for Vanguard would be get one player that will be designated to hit as much experience as he can in the shortest span of time, so he will get the access for the vehicle stuff like LAV or tank as the first one. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So he will get the game. I mean, LAV. Smart use of LAV or the tank in such situation can turn around the game in the favor of the team that gets access to the tank. So I think that would be the best option for Vanguard to defend that. Do I hear the radio somewhere in the middle of the field? What the fuck? Okay. That's a super aggressive one. Tactical roll. Let's see how you will make it. Ojciec is doing a really good job in Vanguard today, I have to say. He managed to stop a couple of the people in some kind of choke points. So yeah, Wojciech is doing really good job today. Willie is he's alone. He's unfortunately on the at the tent, and R.A.G.E just captured the wheat field. So we are waiting now 4 minutes 48 seconds till the end of the game. Then we will make a short break and get back with the second round. Of course, there is 4.5 minutes for Vanguard to turn this around. And tonight I will work a little bit about information about Season 3, about the new content. Mostly it will be about the new maps. I'm thinking about the new guns, but I have to choose the one that will be in line with the rest of the guns, you know, something that won't be overpowered and something that won't be overused. But yeah, I think I will drop the information soon. Because today was the first day for the longer time when I see the nature. Like the forest. Shimon is nicely defending that. I mean defending. He's defending the approach for the radio. But there is so many rage players right now. At the point. Looks like a vaping content. I mean convent. So there's 3 minutes left. And R.A.G.E is playing safely. They don't push. They don't want to push for the last point to cut off totally enemy from the points. So I think that they are playing as the how it's called, safeguard. Maybe safeguard. We can call it safeguard. We can call it the safe card. Thunder. And Carbo coming from the back? Why you stop in the middle of the field? Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. And then the server will have to be rolled out. Rolled out. One minute, 1.5 minutes, we can say. So, long story short, about the first round, because I don't think Vanguard will make it, because there is not enough time. They would have to clear everything around the point and get in the bigger group in less than 1 minute, something like that. So, long story short, there is a definitely there's a difference between the old Vanguard and the new Vanguard. They play totally different. You can see that from the... I think you can call it like the communication. Communication is really good. The communication was... I remember them when they started. The communication wasn't the best, to be honest. They shoot better, they communicate better, but the rest is like, you know, depends from the enemy team. Depends from the enemy team, and I know that playing in some kind of format like 12 vs 12 isn't as easy as you can imagine. It's not the FFA server, so it's totally different game, but still I think Vanguard is doing some kind of good things towards the better gameplay. And yeah, every team evolved in a different time range, so in future seasons I think we can see Vanguard on totally another level. So we have 8 seconds left. And the first round will be won by R.A.G.E. The server will restart and we will get back to you in a couple of minutes. Just let me grab something to drink and maybe something to eat, and I will be back to you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that delay. I know there's 1 minute left of the starting phase, but my dog had some kind of maybe not an error, but that was some emergency situation. Too much fresh air for everyone today. Yeah, so the first round was won by R.A.G.E team by taking all 3 control points before the time. On Discord from the administration panel, I will drop small summary of the game. It's not some kind of detail, but it shows who win, what was the overall lobby kills and deaths, and top 3 players based on the performance in fighting. So it will be strictly kill death ratio. It will be strictly kill death ratio. And we start. Now? Now. Let's quickly jump here. Let's check what the boys are doing. This time R.A.G.E is starting from the north side, as the NATO. Oh, there might be a replication error in here. They are too close. They are definitely too close. Yes, that's it. That's what I was talking about. The problem of infusion in current state is that if you're driving a vehicle, I'm not saying about the helicopters, but it's mainly problem with the wheels, something stuff like cars or the trucks. If you're driving next to the another car, the driver from the first car got different perspective and different view of situation than the second driver, because there's desynchronization between the players, and I know that Bohemia is aware about that, but still it's very, very annoying and can lead to some kind of strange situations like unintentional team killing by pushing someone off the road. You know what I mean. You know what I mean? And let's check. Okay, Vanguard is taking the old house. Meanwhile, we can see that R.A.G.E is taking the wheat field. And both of the teams are ready to fight at Zarichne. Both of the teams are ready to fight at Zarichne, and we will... Yeah, and just D2K, thank you for subscription. I didn't spot that because I was in the kitchen, so thank you once again for the sub. Appreciate it. But now let's focus on the game, because I think we can expect first contact between Medrasen and Oxtas. Simba is waiting for them. I think that Rage, that duo will... They should take this house. They should take this house because this is the best spot to defend right now. Best spot for the opening in the middle. So I think that would be the best option for them. And definitely Rage is now capturing the point. Definitely Rage is capturing the point. Meanwhile, we can see that Vanguard is trying to get a little bit closer. Voxiros is trying to clear the house. He probably think that someone is inside, so we can call it a pre-fire. But by this he sold his position. So now we just have to wait. We just need to wait a little bit. Yes, we have the first kill. First kill in this round. Ooh, wow! Nicely done by Simba. I think MLG is downed, but he will get up. Yes, he will get up. And this might be a painful surprise for Oxtas. Wait. Machu took down Oxtas and Smoker took down... Okay, never mind. There was a quick change between the players. There was a quick change between the players. And Vanguard got the second point. Vanguard got the second point. So we have 2-1 for Vanguard. And now we have to wait. What will Polish team do? We can see that one tap. He should be able to hear the radio backpack from here. Definitely. Definitely he should be able to hit the backpack. But now we can see here interesting situation, because look at me and Willy. Probably got some kind of radio outpost somewhere, but I have no idea where. That's good. We don't know from the game master perspective, so there is no option for the stream sniping of the radio backpacks. But look what's going on here. Beastie just executed protocol Minecraft. He's building up everything they can. They building the guard towers. That's a good idea because they have additional random spawns. You can see that Zortek is working over the mortar emplacement, so we can expect some interesting gameplay right now, because mortars are not very often used by the players. But this is a good position, to be honest. And another guard tower. And what do we have here? Pasco wall, I mean the sandbag wall. Meanwhile, R.A.G.E is trying to push the Zarichne, push the middle point. They are building the pressure on the enemy. They are building the pressure on the enemy, and Madrasan here is alone. He's now alone. And I think he will touch Mdode right now. Wait, what's going on? That was unfortunate for Mdode. But here he should be aware that there is someone. Yeah, he knew there is someone, but he didn't know the exact location. But you can see Machu Pilot. I mean Machu Pilot, I know it's not Machu Pilot anymore. Machu PL just got at the back of the Dr. Medrasen. Scanning the place a little bit. And let's see what's going on here, because we can see that Banksy with MLG Pro. Smoke? Yep, smoke. Yeah, Carbo definitely knows that that Banksy is in here. He just hear him. I think he just hear him. And let's check how's doing on the last point. What's going on here? 2 tracks destroyed by Willy and Look at Me. So we can say that the objective was... Yeah, I think they will lose the track. This one, definitely this one. I don't know what about this one. And small pro tip if you are playing on the free-for-all servers, on the public servers. The most of the experience you will get by destroying the supply depot. The containers give a lot, like a shitload of experience. So if you see the containers at the enemy point, quickly destroy them. Destroy them as soon as possible. And yeah, double tap from different directions. Unfortunate for Dr. Medrasen. And let's see what's going on next. Let's see what's going on. We can see that Ox has just spawned on the radio. So, no. No, it's not a radio. Not an OP. Out, I mean the outpost. All hell let loose. Habit of naming. Yeah, Smoker, Capoeira. Is Oxta scanning the tent? I think he is. Ooh. They have only 2 spawns left at Zarichne. Oxtas under fire. Oi, ay, 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 ay. Ojciec at the guard. He was picking on the good side of the road. And let's check overall how it's going on, because I just saw co-person really here. Yeah. Unfortunately, the render of the markers isn't as big as I want, but you can see that Willy and co-person are trying to get from the east side of the map. Meanwhile, R.A.G.E is surrounding Vanguard at the point of Zarichne. And Smoker just saved Nixus, so yeah, good placement. Good placement of the players. And 0 supplies left at the middle, so Vanguard probably will be in a trouble, because they need some kind of radio backpacks to defend this now. So it won't be an easy task. Smoker just finishing everyone from the tent. And let's go this one and this one. Yeah. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that there is no supplies at the tent at Zarichne. So... And we can hear the first mortars right now. We can hear the first mortars. Where is it going? Okay, they are trying to shoot at the point. They are getting the coordinates for this. Do they have any kind of observer next to this point? Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. But we can see Bielci's survivability rate in this tent is like crazy, because he's just laying down, he's waiting for the enemy to walk in front of the tent. And Oxtas with his friends are trying to get a little bit closer. Meanwhile, we can see good counter-offensive of Vanguard, because co-person and Willy are behind the enemy lines. Meanwhile, Carbo, Shimon and Look at Me are trying to distract the enemy and focus the attention of the enemy on this position. So I think it's a good tactic, good idea, but as you can see, R.A.G.E build up additional guard towers at the edge of the point, so they will have a huge advantage when there will be situation of the more intense fight, because you need to remember as the attacking player that there can be a player in the guard tower just in a minute, so you have to take that into consideration. And remember that you are not always safe in this case, because there will be... See? Just like Ampax, he just spawned at the guard tower. So they can instantly jump at the edge of the point and find the enemy radio backpacks. And find the enemy radio backpacks. Yeah, Zortex defending at the guard tower. So yeah, I think that's a good tactic, because you get another additional spawn points. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. One not built. 6, 7 points that you can spawn and defend the point. But meanwhile, we can see that R.A.G.E is probably already capturing the Zarichne. Only Ojciec and Bielci left alone. No supplies. Everyone. Did they build something in here? No. Yes, they have no radio backpacks, clearly, because they are driving from their first control point. And I'm pretty sure that they are capturing. R.A.G.E is capturing this point. Let's quickly jump and see what's going on in here. Co-person alone at the shed. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know that that's good for him, but still very risky. Yeah, definitely R.A.G.E is capturing the point right now, so we can expect just like that. They just took over the point. So there is no need for them to stay at the wheat field. They can easily go just hit escape and respawn. And if there is some kind of radios, they can easily get next to the point and help the boys to defend. And still BLG is alive. Zero supplies. BLG is still alive. Yep, remember, always finish your enemy. You never know how many HP he got, and definitely in most cases, like 9 out of the 10, you can expect that he will get up, he will get conscious, and definitely do some unfortunate damage, and you won't probably expect it. Oh, we can see LAV here already. 1700 supplies right now. So they have 17 respawns. They have LAV. And no supplies in the middle. I think I think BLG is here for the past 10 minutes. Maybe not 10 minutes because it's 28 minutes of the game, so at least 6-7 minutes he's still in the tent, defending that bravely. Are the players moving? Yeah. When I hear that sound, like constant sound of the car without, turned off the engine, I'm always in fear that server crashed, but at this amount of players with this kind of scripts and mods we have, it's very, very rare to have a crash, so the gameplay is, we can say, it's smooth. Yeah, they don't know that BLG is in the tent. Of course they don't know, they can't know, obviously, but Banksy will be in trouble right now. And he dropped the nade, I think. Yeah, that was a smoke grenade, so that was a rat gameplay. Yeah, but good for him, they smoked the tent. So let's check if something's going on at the old house. Not yet. Here is only Smoker and Beastie at the last point of Rage. And we can see big wave of Vanguard players getting closer, so we can expect them to maybe even cap in a couple of seconds. And Ampax, is that command truck? No, that's a regular truck taken down by Willy. And yeah, if Mad Russell will be down right now, Vanguard will have open open route to capture the point. But unfortunately for Carbo, I think he will die in a second. If you won't get closer. I mean closer if you won't get away from the truck. And now Vanguard is capturing the point again. Meanwhile, Bielci and Mdode, they found the command track of Xander. What? Was that a RPOD with smoke? Nice done by Mdode. Bielci needs to get a little bit away from the truck to hit the engine. Oh wait, he cannot hear me. Okay, so they took down the command track. If there is any kind of radio backpack right now from R.A.G.E that was away from the, I mean, that was on the extended, that was put down, deployed at the extended radio signal from the commanding track, when this command track will explode, the signal will be lost and the radio backpack will be dismantled automatically. It will stay in the same place, of course. You can go back and pick it up, but you cannot spawn or deploy it again. And Vanguard just took over the Zarichne, so second control point back in Vanguard's hands. And what will Bog do? What are you doing? Okay, he's trying to... Definitely that's not the best idea. I mean, the placement of LAV is very good right now, but the idea of solo fight in heavy equipment is not the best one, to be honest. It's not the best one. It's very risky. It's always better to have a driver. And yes, the LAV is a paper glass. You can basically pierce that armor with almost everything. I think that ACRD is doing basically all the ACRD, I mean all ACR guns will penetrate the armor of LAV. PKP Petronek also, and probably most of the AP rounds available for the all AK guns, AK family guns, so it's good, but it's not the best. And that that Skoda is still running. Skoda is still running. So again, we can see that R.A.G.E will be capturing the point right now, I think. But I'm not sure. But let's check if there is any counter-offensive from Vanguard. Not yet. Let me just quickly check the Discord if there are any kind of issues reported. Sometimes I need to pick and see what's going on. Okay, no problems right now, so that's a good one. And yeah, I think we can focus on Zarichne. I mean, at the point of Zarichne, the control point Zarichne, because now R.A.G.E is trying to recapture the point, and since there is zero supplies at that tent, there is a constant fight for every inch of the capture zone, which is 50 meters. Which is 50 meters from the commanding tent radius, of course. Banksy will get up. Banksy will definitely get up. Ooh. I don't know if Liquid is in the cup. What the hell? I think that was a blind fire right now. That was a lucky shot. Definitely a lucky shot. Yeah, Vanguard is... I think they will defend that. But still there's a lot of R.A.G.E players at the point. Well, unlucky for look at me, because most of the shots were went into the tree. But Capoeira man at the guard, he was keeping an eye. You can see Xander is moving with the command track, so we can expect some kind of backdoor opening from the behind, or from the behind of the enemy point. And Bok! Oh, that's a really rat spot for the LAV. I wonder if this will work. Okay. So not yet, not yet. Yeah, there are enemy at the point, but I think that if Bok would be just hitting blindly at this, I think he will finally destroy the supply depot. Do some damage for the people standing around it. Next to it. Next to it, sorry. Next to it. But for now, I don't think it will be an easy task to destroy it. At this distance, I think they need to take into consideration that there is a wind problem, which is 4.7 meters. So, how much it is? 80 meters, something like that? Maybe 90. I think that Bielch is on the mission to take down that LAV. Nope, 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 nope. And he will meet with Smoker right now. Yeah, Bielch doesn't know. Bielch doesn't know! What was that animation? What the fuck? I know Arma is a battlefield of the of the mill sims at current state. I mean, in this format, because there is not some kind of this is not some kind of hardcore format yet. There will be some. Ooh, nice. That was nice by Shimon. And what was I saying about? Yeah, there are no hardcore elements in our league, but expect some from the season 3. We want to make it a little bit more difficult from season to season. So each season must be a little bit more difficult, because your also experience gameplay is getting better, your communication between the teams. So we need to think about making this more and more a little bit more hard. Of course, before maybe even after the patch 1.7, there will be a small break for the technical stuff, and we will definitely work over that. Of course, you will be able to play friendly games. 1.7 will mess a little bit with the mods, so you need to be patient after the release, and I hope we will manage to finish the season before that. Yes, so definitely Vanguard is making some mess next to the Zarichne point. But meanwhile we can see that there is a offensive going on for the old house from Flixus, Xander and Beastie. And Beastie. What? Why Chastic pinged here? Yeah. Banksy took down Willy. In a car? Wait. Yeah, in a car. And Oxtas now at the point. Oxtas now at the point. Oich is defending. I think... Did Voxy just took down Beastie? I think so. I didn't spot that. We were in another place. And Voxilo... It won't be an easy task because he's surrounded right now. Dixus knows. He knows that there is someone in that bush line, but he doesn't know where exactly. Just like that. What? Oh my god. And R.A.G.E is now capturing the last point. R.A.G.E is now capturing the last point. So I think it's just a matter of seconds right now till they get it. I don't know how much. We don't see the status of the point. Yeah. So Rasen, Banksy, definitely Banksy, and I don't know if Flixus, but I think all of them are at the point capturing right now. Ooh, nice shot from Look at Me. Really nice shot from Look at Me. So only Flixus and Banksy left. There is Smoker with the covering fire, but he cannot see everything, unfortunately for him. What is this gun? ACR? Yeah, ACRK. Unusual choice of the gun for the distance fight. We can hear below us there is a radio backpack of Vanguard. Meanwhile, at the second side, Capoeira, Bielci and Mdode going in full silent. Whoa! Flixus here in full auto. He's just scanning blindly the defense. Defense. And let's see, they still have a command track. And they just took the point a couple of seconds ago. So when the time runs out and Vanguard won't make it, stay with me for a couple of seconds for the quick summary of the game, and we will write Dr. Medrasen if he is still online. If he will be still online on Twitch, so we will write the guy and his channel. Oof! Willy Wonka. I think that available supplies 5, so they need to run from the command track and rely on the radio backpacks. I think Banksy should stay in the radius of the cab, because really hidden in the bush next to the shed is right now blocking the timer just by himself. So this is pretty risky for the R.A.G.E. Well, now Oxtas just joined, so yeah, the timer just starts to run again. Willy can do a pretty good damage here. Let's check the beastie perspective. Not much happening right now, to be honest. Banksy dead. Oh, Oxtas just finished Banksy. Yeah, he couldn't know. He couldn't know that there is still his friend laying down in the smoke, so it was better to throw the grenade and just watch. The situation. So now R.A.G.E. in troubles. R.A.G.E. in troubles because... Okay, let's quickly check the situation behind the map. So we can see that they are trying to get supplies for the command track. But on the other hand, Vanguard is not giving up. There's a lot of Vanguard players at the point. And let's see what our boy will make. Oh, well, let's check his cooking. Really on the spot. Yeah, definitely Vanguard will get back in the game. They will recapture the point and will get back on the game. I'm sorry for not saying anything right now, but I'm just smoking. I know, I think I tab it. You can see deadly. But the situation on the screen is pretty much obvious right now. R.A.G.E was forced to spawn on the command track. So they were in the disadvantage of the at the point, since there was no supplies in there. So yeah, I think Vanguard managed to regain the control of the situation. There's 48 minutes left. You can see that here. MTL, match time left. I think it's something like that. We can call it match time left. And now, yeah, they're using the command track. Nice. So we can expect another attack on the Zarichne point, where only 8 spawns left for the R.A.G.E team. So that's exactly what was I talking about. That's a totally different Vanguard team, in my opinion. They made a huge progress comparing them from the December games. All the teams made a progress right now, so we can say that clearly the level of the competition, the competitive level is way bigger right now. Good information probably from M-Dode or BLG, but Smoker is behind somewhere, running with the radio outpost. I think that he will try to make the radio backpack deployment somewhere next to the behind the point, but M-Dode is coming in. Also Ojciec. They will see each other in a second, and Ojciec will be faster. Exactly. So they lost the precious time. Where is one tap? Oh, here is one tap. I think he can hear the radio backpack from the enemy team. Even two. Yeah, again, in this situation I would destroy one and move the second one. That would be way easier. Let's see what will happen here. Okay, now one tap can hear him. Oh, that will be painful. And let's check one tap perspective. He need to patch his ass up. He need to patch his ass up a little bit. Maybe let's focus a little bit on him right now. And let's check Zarichne. Let's check Zarichne because we know that there is something going on. Can I hear the... Oh yeah, we can hear the LAV right now. And for people who watch us for the first time, yes, both factions, NATO and RU, got the LAVs for the balance purposes. Of course, the Russian LAV is in a totally different color. Did they get stuck? Oh no, they just they got destroyed. Mad Rasen TV. Yep, from here probably. So only Rasen is in the cap zone right now. Flixus probably will have in a second, but Capoeira is still at the point, and they try to resupply the tent. So that's a good news from Vanguard. I think they can. I think Capoeira could unload the supplies from here, but it's too risky. It is definitely too risky, and R.A.G.E is capturing the point again. Capturing the point again. No, don't destroy it. You don't have to destroy it. Now that was a good catch from Capoeira, man. Latin Andy killed Zortex? Okay. And here again we have a recap of I was about to see Vanguard recap for the R.A.G.E team. Recap for the R.A.G.E team, and Machu now will try to defend it. Yeah, he knows. He knows that Medrasen is in the building. Definitely he knows that. And he knows that there is still someone very, very close. What was it? And where was that? Where is that? I think one tap can hear the radio. Yeah, he can hear the shots. He knows that someone is in front of him. And there's a map cleanup in 60 seconds. So we are about, yeah, we are in 1 hour of the round. R.A.G.E is winning. They just took over the point. And we now just need to wait a little bit. Now we just wait a little bit. Let me check something. There's 15 seconds for the map cleanup. Ooh, Maciej Pilot. Ojciec, no, Maciej Pilot only. Maciej Pilot alone. What's going on? Okay, never mind. Yeah, Oscar knows that someone is in here, but Maciej Pilot was in the better position. He's doing a really good job in here, defending that. I mean, he's trying to disrupt as much as possible, but Beastie just found him. Probably there was some kind of information. Hey guys, there's a dude next to the shed. Latin. Andy is definitely top team killer in this game. We'll check the reports and see that probably, but it won't be posted. Don't worry. It will be in the table later because we are working over the implementation of the current logs on the website to update the player rankings way easier, and it will be done in a couple of days. And the previous games, of course, will be also updated. But for now, no updates on the website, unfortunately, except the games. So that's the main point of technical aspects right now. And at the beginning of season 2, I was thinking that there's not much left to do, but more I sit in here, more I check everything, there's still something I can find to make better, work better, or maybe you know what I mean. There is always something to do. There's always something to do. Yeah, so I can say that we can say all that taking now the point is almost impossible because Rasen is also capturing the parallel point. I think so. So yeah, Rasen is trying to get as much attention as he can. So he's distracting the enemy players. You can see there is also a common truck left alone. And Rasen right now definitely capturing the point. So 40 seconds left till end of the game. Was he shooting at Beastie? I think so. 28 seconds left. So we can now honestly say that first game of this weekend will be won by R.A.G.E by taking all 3 control points in both of the rounds before the time runs out. And yep, we are done. This is the end of the game. So small wrap up of the game. R.A.G.E won the second, I think that was the second, or I think it was the second game of the ranking games. And what we can say now, we will write the Dr. Med Rasen TV channel. Just stay with me till end of the stream, and we will hit the ride button. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your subscriptions. That's very motivating for the more work. As I said, there's always something to do. So tomorrow on other games. Let me quickly check the calendar. Tomorrow we have OPEX France versus Core and Vanguard versus LGC. One game is at 6 p.m. Central Europe time. Second game is at 9. So there will be 2 separate streams probably, and we will see what will happen next with the ranked. So thank you all for joining. Thank you for your activity, and hope to see you again on another live broadcast. Thank you and bye bye.